Run that shit up.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Cincy Stripes here. It's just Colton and Jordan today. We're just going to talk about the preseason loss to the Bears and how my dog Gilly wants to walk through here. Come on, buddy. There we go. And we got another guest on the show. We got Gilly today.
Gilly.
Not a fantastic performance by the third stringers today, but I mean, nothing to be too worried about. Caleb Williams had a couple good plays, but he seemed to really
people were just hyping him up so much on Twitter just because the one deep ball on Newton, I think it was Newton, to Rome, which that was a great throw.
Yeah.
He did make a lot of got out of some of the pressures, which again were from our second and third stringers. If it's Trey, it's hard to get away from Trey, which obviously Caleb can still do that. So I'm not going to take the credit away. It's just people were only looking at the highlights on Twitter and already saying,
he's MVP
top
and
10,
which I mean, I believe so. I'm a big Caleb Williams fan. I do think he'll be top 10. Maybe this year, definitely next year. That's just my belief. Got the Chiefs game going on. I guess Patrick Mahomes and they're going to play the whole first half.
It's just people are kind of over, which he is the first pick, but people are kind of overhyping Caleb a little bit, which if you've watched the show, you kind of know. I'm not really a hater, but I'm not like a big preacher, or I wouldn't say preacher, but big guy on Caleb. He's obviously going to be great and probably will be a top 10 quarterback, but I'm just not as high on him as a lot of people are, like Jordan.
Yeah, I'm pretty high on Caleb Williams. I like what he did at USC. I mean, he had to play Superman this last year at USC. But talking just specifically the Bengals, Woodside showed flashes of being a acceptable second stringer, but for the most part today, he kind of just looked like, XFL, quarterback who
did? Sorry.
Woodside.
Oh, yeah, Woodside. He played well the first couple drives, and then it just seemed as the game went on, he just got worse and worse and couldn't really make throws. He wasn't hitting the screens like he should be. There was a couple times. I mean, he couldn't even read the blitzes and stuff like that. He just got nailed by, I think, a couple of their starters.
Kyler Gordon drilled
and
him.
And then their second string safety or corner,
the Kyler
Man instead of Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's a terrible nickname.
But he just got nailed on a blind side from a corner. Is he a corner or safety? I think he's a corner. So a corner blitz. They love running those blitzes, and they were just. I get it's their first string offense. You're going against our second and third string offense, so it's like, yes, your defense. You kind of made your defense look good, but
they kind of threw the kitchen sink at us a couple times.
Yeah, and it's like it's our whole backup.
Blitzes. I mean, it's like Eberflus. It ain't that.
I mean, the good thing is at least Woodside didn't get hurt on it. But
yeah.
At the same time, it's it also is good just because it makes our second and third string guys kind of need to learn to talk more and communicate. I think Burrow obviously would have picked that up, or I mean, I wouldn't say he automatically would have, but he just kind of knows more. And our first string offensive line would have probably communicated that stuff better. But it was just tough to see him get blindsided. It's like, here we go again. And then, but on the defensive side, it's just our defense, their first, 3 or 4 drives, they had 3 straight 3-and-outs on our second and third string.
Looked really
defense.
Good. Josh Newton looked really good.
He did get burnt on one touchdown, but
on the touchdown, he got burnt. But on the PI that was called, I don't believe it was pass interference.
It was hit or miss. It's just because they got the receiver slowed down and
Tyler Scott.
Former UC, right?
Yeah, he went to UC.
Former Bearcat.
But I mean, it's tough situations like that do happen.
He looked good. Dax didn't really play, did he? He played one drive.
Dax and DJ Turner played the first 2 to 3 drives, I think.
I'm trying to think who the corners were.
But they didn't. They weren't targeted at all.
Yeah,
by Caleb Williams.
You had a couple good play. You saw Osai on a couple rushes early on in the game, when he was out there. Osai had some good rushes. Cedric Johnson had some good rushes.
Cedric Johnson looks really good. He looks really athletic. I'm a big fan of his, especially on special teams. He looks really good. And how he rushes the quarterback, I'm a fan of. He's really quick. He's a super athletic freak.
And Jung Meta, I forget how you say his name. I think some Jung
Um,
Meta. What is it?
Mome,
It's like the N
damn,
silent. You win it. We sent it.
Jameta. That's what it is.
He looked good
Mome
again.
Jameta. He's my favorite
He had a
preseason
run.
show right now.
He had a big play up the middle where he came up with a big run stop. I wouldn't say big, but he had a good run stop. Where it was just like, dang.
He might have led us in tackles today.
He did. It was like 7, I think, tackles. Led the team again.
But to say that's not shocking.
I think that means you got to keep 5 linebackers, unless you got to wait to hear on Joe Bacci if he's out. Like, obviously, he can make it.
Yeah, I saw a
Joe
few
Bacci's
things about
out.
injuries that they didn't talk about during the broadcast.
Joe and
for the most part, we were on the
Bacci
Bears broadcast.
Bacci and Burton.
Yep. Noah Kane was
I
our
still haven't
leading
seen
rusher.
anything on Burton.
I haven't seen anything either.
Yeah, and I think Noah Kane, if they decide to just keep 4 running backs, will be the 4th running back, unless they, like you said, we talked about maybe if P. Ryan were to get cut, maybe they bring P. Ryan back, or if there's somebody out there else they like instead of Kane.
Yeah, Jameta he had 8 total, 7 solo, 1 tackle for loss.
Yeah, that was that run play.
Chris Jenkins got his first sack in a Bengals uniform, which was really good to see.
That was a good spin move by him on that play.
Yeah, he was heads up on that.
Was, I think, against their first string.
Yeah, it was because it was on Caleb Williams.
Matt Lee looked really good on offense. I know we were kind of talking about defense.
Matt Lee looked really good.
I forgot the name you said, but he was one of their first stringers.
Gervon Dexter bull rushed him, and he held his own against him.
Against the former Bengal, he kind of lost the rep against Andrew Billings.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Trey Hill is going to get cut.
Carmen was the last lineman to touch the field.
Yeah, Carmen. he wasn't put in until
gone. Can you trade him? If you could trade Billy Price, you can trade Carmen, right? Probably not.
I don't know. I feel like Billy Price at least had a little.
He was a first round pick.
Tiny bit of upside.
I mean, Carmen was a second round pick. Maybe someone will buy into.
But I don't think. I mean, many Bengals fans weren't really too happy with the Carmen pick in general when it first happened.
There's so many other people you could have taken.
Yeah,
it was what we passed on, like
just
Creed Humphrey.
Everyone was confused. It
was that draft, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean that was
Creed Humphrey was available and a couple other like great linemen.
Well, you had like Carmen who went to Clemson and he didn't really fit his role that well at right tackle at Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
So you draft him in hopes of, well, where can he play? So they try guard, they try tackle, and he's just really not good at either. So now you got the standstill of, do you let him write out his contract because he was a second round pick, or do you just cut your losses?
I think you just got to cut your losses or try to trade Jackson
Kirkland,
even for like a 7th or 6th round pick, man. At this point,
Jackson Kirkland looked pretty good today.
I think he's taking his spot. There was some
Cody Ford looked he looked decent.
I think the linemen are 5 starters, Mims.
5 starters.
Brown. Yeah, I'm saying like I'm naming all the linemen that they're going to keep. They're going to keep 9. Yeah. Those 6: Kirkland, Matt Lee, and Ford.
Yeah,
I think are the 9 linemen.
Yeah, Mims will, I think, be our. I think to start off the season, Ford will be like our swing tackle.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mims will guide into that.
I think there. I don't like saying this, but there's going to be a point in the season where Trent Brown is hurt. If he's like depending on his injury now, and
it's you don't want to say that, but then if you go off statistics, he doesn't really finish seasons.
That's what I'm saying. So Mims will probably start at some point.
It's really nothing like
during the year.
Bad to say. It's not bad to say that. It's just realistic. Just because of his previous seasons.
Yeah, how many times has he played a whole season?
Not much. If you guys are looking at our setup, like, wow, that looks like shit. It does. We're in my living room right now.
Probably could have cleaned up that side.
Yeah, we had blankets out. I mean, my wife was here earlier. She went to go get her hair done.
It just shows how excited we were to get this episode out.
Yeah, we hurried up and scrambled, got this stuff together. And our
Gilly
studio
wanted to join us.
Yeah, our studio will be done here soon, hopefully. So we'll be filming in there every week, maybe a couple times a week. I know you like this stuff. You're a big couch setup guy.
Well, it's just like I don't know.
Your
couch is super big.
I like being,
but I also want more of our decorations.
Yeah, I like being at a desk. You know what I mean? Kind of like right now, like it's on my coffee table, so I gotta like lean down.
Yeah.
Kind of type or look at things that I want. But
Rico kind of had an up and down day. He had like 2 good punts.
Rico, not Rico.
Why would
Rico?
I forget.
Ryan Rico.
I took a screenshot of like what his stats were today. So Jake Lisco, shout out to Locked On Bengals. He tweeted out 43 yard. This is like in order of his punts. 43 yards, 17-yard return, so 26 net. So that's kind of not good. 51-yarder. This was his good punt. -3 return, 54 net. 35 yards down at the 10. So that was pretty good because he got him inside the 10, obviously, or at the 10. 35 net, 56 yarders, 15 on a bounce. I think this was like his line drive. I think you were kind of like falling asleep. He kicked like a line drive punt and it had no hang time.
I noticed yeah, on the couch I did start to fall asleep towards
15.
the end. Once Rocky Lombardi came in,
they had like 20 yards on the return.
I kind of just
56 net. Okay, never mind. This is the one. 42 yards, 7 on the return, 35 net. And it was like a line drive. But yeah, it was just like an up and down day. So I don't know what Brad Robbins update. I don't think they given an update on his timetable.
On his what is it? His hip flexor?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what his timetable is, but
I like it. Like a hip flexor could be quick, or it could be he could be for not forever, but a couple more weeks.
I was kind of hoping for better from Recco. That's how you say it, right? Recco.
Yeah. Punter? Rico.
Yeah.
Ryan Rico.
Rico. I don't know why I think that's just because how I thought I swear when I watched where'd he go to college? I was like watching some of his highlights and I swear that's how they said his name.
Hey, Rico?
Yeah.
I don't know where he went to college.
Where'd he go to college? Punter edition.
I know where Rocky Lombardi when he went to NIU. I was excited for Rocky Lombardi. Then he came in, and I was like, I'm really not excited for Rocky.
It was
Lombardi.
A good drive. I think it was like his second or third drive. He had a good drive, and then he fumbled it. I mean, it was starting to pour at that point, but it was like at that one, on that one, you had to. The running back Kane had a good gap he could have hit, but instead he kept it. I think he was just trying to make plays, trying to take that QB3 spot, stay on the practice squad.
Receiving wise, who led our team was Kamami Lassiter. I think he looks good. He's good with at the point of catch, but him with the ball in his hands is kind of it's atrocious. He's not that good of a ball carrier.
Protecting it.
Yeah. Burton was our second with 19 yards.
You got to see what the injury update on that is.
Yeah, I guess it's back from.
I wanted to see him
doing
more
punt and kick returns, which is so stupid. He should not be doing punt or kick returns.
Didn't they have Jamar doing that like his rookie year?
No.
No. Not all the time. I thought he did like one punt or kick return.
No.
Or am I thinking of a different receiver?
You definitely
Charlie. Obviously,
Charlie does it. Yeah.
Punt returner. He still is.
Tyler Boyd's returned like one punt in his career.
But I wanted to see more of Hakeem Butler.
Hakeem Butler, yeah, he had one target.
He came in like with a third string with.
Hakeem Butler, I think, could be a good addition. Cedric Jackson, I like. He didn't.
So I want to see him.
Our offense didn't really move fluent today, like it did against the Buccaneers. I don't know if that's because of what the Bears are throwing at us, but it seemed like there's a lot of miscommunication. Because they didn't seem too ready to play today. If I had to be completely truthful, and I thought the play calling today was a lot different from what we saw last week against the Buccaneers. I don't know why it was so different. Maybe Pitcher or Zach trying out different things.
Maybe they're just trying to look at the linemen.
Yeah,
like that
definitely could have been a thing.
I mean, obviously they still hit the receivers. It just seemed like they were doing like weird. There wasn't really that many like good of a route tree. It was kind of just like the basic slants, outs.
Couple play actions where I feel like they could have worked out really well. Woodside just did a better job.
Yeah,
moving with the flow of the line. But I mean, you can't win them all. Bears have yet to allow a touchdown in the preseason, and they kind of
even the backups looked good.
Yeah, their backups still look pretty solid. That's a hold.
Maybe I don't know. It's also we didn't have our second string. Our third, it was all threes, 3 or 4.
I would have liked to seen Jake Browning out there
Obviously
today, which sucks with the rib injury.
Yeah.
But I mean, outside of the preseason game, we just extended Evan McPherson 3 years.
3 years.
He now has the highest paid per year for a 3-year extension for a kicker.
I was about to say, I thought Bucker was the highest.
Which is a weird way to word. You know,
yeah.
It's like, oh, that's the highest paid for a 3-year contract. Or he's getting the most money up front.
Mm-hmm.
I saw something like that. Or most of his money's like up.
And he nailed a 54-yarder today.
Yeah,
that would have been good for like 60
on that. Evan might be in for a career year. I think so.
It's hard to top his rookie year, to be honest. He balled out.
I mean, his rookie, he didn't really miss. And then we got to the playoffs, and he did fucking phenomenal.
Because it's bad when last year he would miss a couple, and I'd be like, this isn't the Evan we know.
Yeah. I think the
Just,
only
like,
game
coming
he
off.
really struggled with his rookie year was that Packers game, but then
Yeah.
again, so did Mason Crosby.
There was
Mason
something
Crosby couldn't
with-
make anything, and after the game, camera picked up their audio, and Mason Crosby's like, it was a weird one out there.
Yeah.
And Mason Crosby, he's been kicking in this league for 15 years, damn near. So I mean, it was weird day in the jungle. It was funny just going back and forth, and like the Packers fans that were sitting in front of us, like point at us and laugh when Evan McPherson would listen to miss, and then Mason Crosby would miss, and then we'd point and laugh at them. That was fun times. Then we end up losing anyways. But
that game really helped us out in the end, kind of, though. Wasn't that the year we made the Super Bowl run?
yeah. Wasn't our best Bengals team, which is weird that we made the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah.
I do sometimes think about like that team where I'm like, wow, we really made it to the Super Bowl with that O-line. Like horrible O-line. Horrible, absolutely god
So
awful.
bad. None of them, except for like ones in the leagues. Well,
Quentin
Jonah
Spain, Jonah Williams, Trey Hopkins.
Adeniji was the right tackle. He's in the Cleveland now.
Hakeem Adeniji and
Spain.
Deontay Smith was our right tackle for the Super Bowl.
Was he?
Yeah, Adeniji was right guard.
Oh, yeah.
Spain
never got a job again.
Quentin Spain, we're like, oh, we should definitely re-sign him, and we didn't, and nobody else did.
Some
Spain gang. Everyone was part of that Spain gang.
I don't know what happened, but I thought he was.
Well, it's like Auden Tate a little bit.
We were
talking about Auden Tate earlier. Like, well, that guy had great catch radius. What happened to him?
It was the 2019 highlights for the Bengals before the preseason game started, and Auden Tate was just making spectacular catch after catch, and I was just like, why did that man never really get a chance in the league?
Oh, the Chiefs left tackle is Sewell's cousin.
Yeah. It just never made sense to me. Noah Cain, 8 rushes, 28 yards.
Yeah, Noah Cain did pretty good. I thought he hit his holes a little better towards the end. Who's picking Nakua Cousins with?
That's a good question. But no.
Natia? Maybe. I don't know.
I think next week we need to do our roster projections because I don't know when they do the cuts. Probably that last bye week.
Well, we play
Thursday.
So I mean, they're probably gonna make the cuts starting Friday or Sunday.
They'll probably get a show unless we did it like Wednesday. But we probably wouldn't want to wait till after the game. But we both work early in the morning. So.
Yeah, that's what sucks is we can't do it late after the game because we got to be up early Friday morning
for work.
And then
I have drill Friday too.
Military duties, man.
Yeah, all week.
Do you have drill? You have drill the second week, yeah, for the Chiefs game. We're trying not to watch that game alone, I guess.
Well, they have it at 4 something, so I might be back. I'll probably be back by halftime. I'll probably just come straight here.
Oh yeah, now I know everyone saw it, but the all orange.
Oh yeah,
talk about that a little bit.
It was what not Theo. It was like Von Bell parody account or something. Not really like his. It was like some Von Bell or something, like the account that found it on Madden and said to somebody, "Is the Bengals releasing something this year? Week 1 going all orange."
Yeah,
kind of a not hot take, but a hot start.
Present.
Rashee Rice, man, he'll probably get suspended in like December after his court. They always wait to see what the court does, which I don't know why they do that. You can just
I don't know, but just going to the all orange. I mean, I think this is an absolutely disgusting combo. I mean, I love how they got T, Jamar, and Burrow to do it, and especially with T and Jamar there. I mean, you got both of them.
I really want us to extend T, but I just know it's not going to happen.
No, probably not.
Who will be wide receiver 2 next year?
I'll tell you what, I was really shocked just to see week 1 be our when we do it.
Yeah, I thought it'd be maybe like a primetime game or something.
I see. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe week 2 again, not week 2, week 3. Week 3 for the Commanders game.
Aren't they already doing something? Or no?
Not for not.
Oh yeah, usually we thought that was gonna be the whiteout because that's supposed to be the Ring of Honor game or something.
Yeah, no, it's December, and then in December we're in the orange pants again for when we stripe the jungle, and then we're doing the all white against the Eagles, and all orange against the Patriots, which I think it should have been week 2 or week 3 against. Oh man, I keep forgetting Commanders. You got Jaden Daniels with his first primetime game. That game, I don't know. It's gonna be a toss up.
Which game? Commanders?
Yeah, just because
Nah.
I think Jaden Daniels is gonna be good, and I also think
I don't know.
I think the Commanders defense is gonna be a little better this year. Shockingly,
I don't think so.
I hate throwing out wins. I hate being like, "Oh, yeah, we're gonna win," or because then we don't. Kind of like 2 years ago when we opened up against the Steelers at home. I'm like, "Yeah, we got this." Burrow throws 4 picks.
Yeah, that was
pick
I hated
6.
that game.
I'm like, "Yeah, that game's real freaking ugly." And again, if you see our code down at the bottom, use Cincy Stripes on deadthreads.shop for 10% off. They now have hoodies and crew necks. Their stuff's awesome. Today I'm wearing Jungle Streetwear. I usually wear a couple of his shirts every couple of days. Really, I have quite a few Jungle Streetwear shirts. Love the shit he makes.
Kind of the bad of today. The Bengals had 11 penalties for 123 yards.
Yeah, none of them on Jackson Carmen
because he didn't play till the very
yeah,
end of the game.
That's probably why
3 of them are on Trey Hill today.
That's probably why they limited him.
And then Jungmeta was I'm just gonna say
Jametta.
He was making plays on special teams too, so that helps you make the roster.
Yep. Like Cedric Johnson, dude, he was out there making every tackle he possibly could.
Somebody's got to take the Marcus Bailey type role. Because now that he's gone.
Maybe it's Jametta.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Undrafted.
Yeah.
Man, make a name. Can it be the perfect? It's hard to put it like.
It's hard to say. I mean, yeah, it's hard. I said that earlier. Like, the comparison, both undrafted, but
he looks like he can read the plays well and stuff.
Yeah, he just shows really good instincts.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't want to say rare for an undrafted linebacker, but kind of like Perfect. I mean, Perfect showed outstanding instincts on the football field.
I didn't really watch deep into the draft, past the first 3 rounds. But it feels like every year, there's not that many linebackers that really get drafted. The top linebacker was Peyton, whatever, the one that went to the Steelers was supposed to be the top linebacker, and he went round 3.
Yeah, linebackers seem to be a little
they kind of
on a decline right now.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
So maybe he just fell to undrafted because no one really has been taking linebackers, and maybe he should have been a later round pick. Oh,
who's that?
Rasheed
Rice.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I was talking about. He's been making a bunch of catches.
He didn't make that catch.
Nope. But I'm excited. We got one more preseason game. Do you think Burrow and the offense play, any of the starters play?
No.
You don't think so?
All. No.
Just the one drive?
Maybe they might get a drive. And I think the starters didn't play today just because how bad Soldier Field's field is.
Yeah, I was kind of getting scared.
Zach said something about the field condition.
Yeah, and there's pregame that people were going and looking and inspecting the field. So
it looks like a pretty crappy field. There's Rasheed Rice right there.
Yeah, it keeps going to him.
I think the Chiefs are going to be really good again, unfortunately. But
who'd they draft this year?
Xavier Worthy.
Oh, duh. For some reason, I thought they went defense.
I got dove at his Mahomes' legs
because they lost Snead. So I thought they went corner, but they didn't.
That ain't cool.
No, I think next week or maybe we'll just have to make a quicker video on it and kind of do our roster projections at some point. Maybe we do it after this and make a video
today.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of
what the hell? He just did it behind the back in a game.
Yeah, it's preseason, so he's
if you guys are watching this, just
game.
click off a raw video real quick to go watch Patrick Mahomes do behind the back pass to Travis Kelce.
That's stupid.
In a game. I'm surprised Andy Reid lets him get away with that shit in a game.
Only if it works. He gets in his face if it doesn't.
I mean, that could have ended up.
I'm trying to think of who the heck is our other corners that was playing today since Dax and DJ didn't.
Dude, that's gonna blow up Twitter. That is going to absolutely destroy Twitter.
Is that DJ Reader? Nah, he's got to be. He's on the pup or something.
He fumbled. No, yeah, DJ Reader's on pup
because he's hurt with his knee, still recovering probably.
Another defensive tackle I like.
Did Mixon play on Neil Wonder? Probably not. He probably ain't touching the field in preseason.
But what was their starters played today? CJ Stroud played.
Singletary. He's on the Giants now. I forgot. Trying to think of
they're still showing it. Oh, Tyson Bagent looked pretty good against the Bengals. I get it. I mean, we were down to a lot of third stringers and French cuts, but I mean, Tyson Bagent I thought looked pretty good.
Yeah, but he had some starting experience, so it's kind of like I kind of not expect him to be that good because he still is a backup. But
Dude, Mahomes out here playing like he does not give a shit,
no, he's just throwing it up.
which is kind of I don't know. It's kind of fun. I mean, if you're as athletic as him and you have multiple Super Bowls, you're in the preseason. Why not
Mixon
just
did not play.
go have some fun? That's what it's about.
But no, I'm excited for the regular season to start, man. I'm tired. I hate like these chances of people getting hurt, which is always a part of the game. But before the season actually starts, it kind of sucks.
I know preseason. I do
Chris Evans is out of the year now.
My only thought about
joint practice.
Like my biggest thing, like
Smith.
with preseason, is like we don't have much to talk about other than
like some of the position
cuts,
battles. Yeah,
and like we can only go on and on about players, but like as much as I love Jametta, I mean, he could just be, a preseason star. And some people have those where they make rosters and they come into the league and they do nothing. Well, we had the Jeff Gunter news. We didn't even say that. He retired.
What would you end up saying? What was his reason? He just didn't.
He said he lost a fire to put on pads, which, I mean, I get. People lose their.
It's the second, 7th round pick the Bengals had.
Oh, yeah. What was it? Wyatt? Yeah.
Hubert. He actually said he's wanted to play again. And I think there was something about him. The Chiefs were thinking about signing him a while back. That's not anytime soon, but that wasn't too recently. But yeah, it's just preseason, man. We start off with Drake May, unless they think Brissett, fantasy thinks Brissett's gonna start, but
no, there's no way Brissett starts. I think
so. We got Drake May, and then we come to the Chiefs' house, and then we got Jaden Daniels. Yeah, it was the NFL. We need to start off hot. Obviously, the last couple of years we've started off rough. It always starts off rough, and it's the Bengals are 1-3. The last teams to make the playoffs at the 1-3. This percentage, blah blah blah, and it's just can we please just get off to a great start? I understand we might lose to the Chiefs, but can we start at 3-1, 4-1, or something? I don't remember who we.
Well, what sucks is looking at this play that behind the back, they're literally only going to be able to pull that off right then and there.
Because you never know with Mahomes, man.
Well, I mean, you had two linemen chasing after him. Now people are just going to be aware of that shit.
I'm going to try to look for a Burton update, man. We need Burton to not be hurt.
I think my favorite player today was Matt Lee. Zach Taylor said the issues with blitz pickups were really frustrating, adding that Chicago brought the same nickel pressure 4 times, wasn't picked up once. That cannot happen, said Zach Taylor. Yeah.
That's kind of a given. You don't want your guys getting crushed.
People are talking about that Romadunze. Should have been touchdown.
Cedric Johnson, man. Man's been looking good. Yeah, I'm excited for Matt Lee, man. I think he could be the starter after Ted Karras' last year, next year. I mean, crap. I don't want to say they wouldn't do it to Ted after this year, next year, since it's his last year. If Matt Lee kept making progress.
Yeah, Paul Diner Jr. had a good point about Ryan Rico. His 56-yard punt was good for the box score, but an ugly short punt that got a lucky roll, which was true. So, I mean, yeah, we're going to just keep it short like this today. It's preseason week 2. Waiting for the season to start. Cannot wait.
Shout out to the Bears. I mean,
Gilly, what you doing, buddy?
One of the touchdowns was their starters, but shout out to the Bears for coming out and smacking our guys in the mouth, even though I guess it was our second and third stringers, but they still only allowed 1 touchdown or 1 field goal. Their defense
6 points in 2 weeks.
You got something to say? They've only allowed 6 points in the whole preseason. Actually, I think they allowed 6 last week.
No, it was 3.
Was it?
No, it might have been.
I think it was 6, 33-6 or something. Because I was watching Hard Knocks. We'll be on Hard Knocks.
We will be on Hard Knocks, which is going to be pretty cool.
That's why
It's 33-6.
I'm kind of a little worried that they're gonna make us like kind of look bad since it's the Bears Hard Knocks. Like I know they said that the Bengals didn't look good, but like they won't show any of like our Irwin touchdowns and stuff, and that they're mostly just gonna
he fumbled.
that they're mostly just gonna show like the Jalen Johnson coverage about multiple pass breakups and all Burrow's picks and stuff like that. Well, I guess if they weren't supposed to have any like recordings and stuff there besides a little bit. So I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean that was probably because of Hard Knocks.
That's true. Oh yeah, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah. I could be wrong though. Like I said, we're gonna keep it at a half hour today. Typically we try to aim for an hour, but today is a preseason game. There's really not much more news to talk about other than Mahomes don't want to be behind the back pass. Which
Meta, whatever.
Jametta
looked good again.
drilling into your head. Jametta.
I think he's going to be on the roster. Matt Lee's going to be on the roster.
I think Matt Lee he's center too.
Carmen's going to be cut or traded. Yeah, it's kind of the same stuff as last week. No. Besides Chris Jenkins' sack, there wasn't really anybody that popped out differently. But we knew Josh Newton looked good again. There was like one play he had bad, but against the starting offense, he had a good pass breakup on DJ Moore.
Oh, Carson Wentz is in now.
So, I don't know. I think our team's looking pretty good, but until next time.
Yep. See you guys next week.
Peace.